Hey, what's up, gamers? This is Skelemystyk. I am here today in the Wizard City Commons to bring you another edition of Through the Grapevine, where we bring up news, tips, tricks, and all things wizard. I have a great assortment of game ideas for you today, and maybe even a good tip, and hey, you know what? If I can, an awesome trick or two. Let's start out with some of the game ideas, just like I always do, get the ball rolling smoothly here. First of all, and really hard on my mind because, well, I've been thinking about this ever since the bundle came out. That awesome, beautiful piece of machinery. There we go, let me turn around. The Witch Hunters Bundle car. The car is beautiful. The car is tasty. The car is sweet. What about, being as we now have cars in our life that we can actually drive, and we have motorcycles in our life that we can actually drive, what about if we had some car parts drops? What if we could take the car that we have and use a drop and put some fins on it? Or put some eyeball headlights on it? Or, sadly enough, I have to add this one because, well, I've seen it. If we could put some eyelashes under the headlights like people do with Volkswagen Bugs and totally repulse me. Yes. What if we could put all kinds of custom parts on our cars? Would that not rock as a drop? I think, wow, just the idea alone. If we could put some if we could put some spinners on our car, that would be just too, but the humor factor alone would be worth the drop. It would. If we could have some spinners and maybe some good speakers. Oh, yeah, there you go. We could drive around our car with a stereo system. Would that not rock or what? I had this idea, and this is the first time I've spoken it out loud, and I really get these mental pictures, and stuff is just flowing. I could think of a million ideas. Anyhow, the point of the whole thing being, before I just to totally go off on this, what if we could have some really cool, interesting, and creative car parts drops, and we could start altering our vehicles and like customizing and paint jobs? Oh, well, oh, okay. I know. I'm getting too enthusiastic. I'm gonna hyperventilate. I gotta stop. Okay, I will. Let me go to a different idea before I just go totally hog wild on this one. How about, and this is a great idea, I think, because the other day, sorry, I had to go wet the whistle there. The other day, I had a mount that I was looking for, and I have about 15 houses, and I could not find this mount for anything. I looked for 15 or 20 minutes, and I thought I gave up because I know I have it. I know that I do. I've ridden it before. But I couldn't find it for anything after all that looking. I would like to see an item locator button for your account. You know, like a search bar kind of thing where you can type in the item, and if you have it, it will tell you what freaking house and what character has it and where to go get the thing because you can't find it for nothing. I think that would be a great idea. I'm sure that several of you guys have had the same problem. I remember Paige, if you're watching this, I remember you looking for something for like days one time and thinking you either sold it off or trashed it or something like that, and only to find it like the week later. Paige, this one's for you. All right, let's see. Moving on to the next idea. How about if the Crown Shop sold a potion for a particular boss, so you could just go to that boss one time and experience, see what it is that he does, or learn what his tricks are, or just have fun with one of your friends fighting him, just as a one-time potion, without having to level up to that area or get through the quest line to that area. Just a one-time thing. I think that there's a lot of people who would like to pop in for a particular boss. Maybe they want to farm a piece of gear and see if they get lucky. But I think, for whatever reason, that would be a good fundraiser for King's Isle. Just a one-time potion, just like you have, sort of like you have Skeleton Keys, but not quite. Alright, that is my potion idea for this video. But, you know what? While I'm at it, maybe we should do a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids idea. With the addition of the new Cheezowitz family pets and the whole Cheddarburg backstory and all that bit, what if they made an expansion or a side expansion of Cheddarburg? And you could get a potion and drink it and shrink yourself to the size of one of the Cheezowitzes. And then you could go to Cheddarburg and have a questline adventure. Does that not sound cool? I think that would be cool. Maybe you could like get yourself some cool mousy-sized items or whatnot like that. Or take your little mousy-sized character and come back to the commons and you're the size of a pet running around. That'd be too funny. I would like to see more on the Cheesewitzes. I didn't think much of them at first. I trained them all baby to mega. And as I trained the pets, my excitement for the actual whole line, the whole storyline, that whole thing grew. And I got all kinds of ideas that just popped into my little head while I was doing it. And I think that a Cheesewitz X-Pack and a potion or some way of shrinking yourself down to do it would be a great way to enter that area. That would be awesome. Okay, here's one that's near and dear to my heart and probably near and dear to every gardener's heart. I would like it very much. They're probably not going to do it, but I would like it very much if they were to not count plant plots as a housing item. If they would just count it as part of the house, like all the decorative trees and all the whatnot that's already there. Plant plots eat up so much of your garden item slots. It's not even real. So I would like to see them do away with the garden plots being an actual housing slot used up item. And just, count the seeds if you must. Count the plants if you must. But do away with the whole garden plot as a housing item that takes away from your total kind of thing. Let me see. I think I'll do one more and then I'll do a gaming tip. Alright, here's one more. I would like to see gear, maybe in the next expansion, although they're probably already got that plotted out, in an expansion or a pack coming up soon. I would like to see gear that not only has stats, but it lets you do little tricks or whatnot like that. Maybe it doesn't have stats at all, it just lets you do little tricks. Like for instance, say, a vest that lets you cast a duplicate spell, which will either let you duplicate yourself or some random player in the commons or that type of thing. Not necessarily as a combat thing, but just for an amusement, for an aesthetically pleasing kind of thing. A visual little wonderland. How many people would like to see gear that you could tap your shoes together and become invisible for 1 minute and run around the commons doing stuff without anybody being able to see you? How many people would like to see a wand that you could wave and let you change size, or levitate, or any of those other cool things that wands could do? Maybe it could turn you into your pet for a few minutes. Or there's the ideas for that are limitless. I would like to see some gear that lets you do cool tricks. It doesn't have to have stats, but cool tricks are a must. Entertaining tricks are a must. And that kind of thing is a market with no limit. It's only limited by the ideas that you can come up with for things to do. One that teleports you from this spot to the other side of the pond, or changes your hair color, or changes anything. I think that would be amazing gear and probably would sell really well. Really well. Alright, let me do a tip, and then I think I will get off here because I've been rambling on for quite a few minutes. I've made quite a few laps around the commons. How about this for a tip? You can be a level 15 gardener and you can raise a couple of hundred plants in your house if you simply play Grub Guardian and pick up the Molinda Woo's packs. You can garden an entire house, regardless of your level, regardless of your energy. For only 35 energy, you can garden an entire plantation. How's that for a tip for the day? Alright guys, there it is. That is the Through the Grapevine for this episode. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please take the like button up in your hands and give it a good hard beat down. And as well, share this video because, well, everybody likes cool ideas. I do. Until next time, this is Skelemystyk reminding you that whatever else you do, always love the game. Peace! Hey, it's Skelemystyk. From the deepest, darkest swamps to the brightest, sunny meadows and... there we go. There's another good one. From the nice, evenly paved streets of Marleybone, the spiral has some of the oddest, most interesting, and actually downright amazing